Welcome to this edition of CPWN. I'm Clarence Ponsler. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about some basic information of the United States of America. We have 50 states, Alaska towards the Arctic Circle, Hawaii in the Central Pacific, and the 48 continuous states in continental North America. But did you know that there's the Ponstralia States of America? And it's just one requirement on my end. I have to personally visit your state. So if I'm on a connecting flight from one location to another, and it's just by an airport, that's not going to fully work. Also, any form of media from that state alone does not count. So an example would be watching the Macy's 4th of July fireworks spectacular that takes place each year in New York City, but I'm watching it from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. That doesn't mean I visited New York State. In fact, these are the states that I've visited during the course of my history. They're highlighted in blue. The ones in red are the ones that are not on the Ponstralia States of America yet. And the one in gray, the one in California, that's when I went by an airport to connect a flight from one end to another. So in that case, it was Honolulu, Hawaii to LAX, and then LAX in Los Angeles to Atlanta, Georgia. But now let's do something a little bit creative. You see numbers under each state. Those are the electoral votes for each state, determined by their members in the House of Representatives and their 2 U.S. senators in Congress. And to have a more representative president, instead of being biased in one part of a country to another, we use the Electoral College. And it takes 270 votes to win the presidency. I have visited 21 states during the course of my history, accounting for 248 electoral votes. So I'm just short of getting to 270. One of these days soon, about the next year or so, I'm going to be visiting the Carolinas, a road trip from Biloxi to Charlotte, North Carolina, consequently knocking out South Carolina. They have 25 combined electoral votes, and that is it. After the Carolinas, I'll have enough electoral votes to win the presidency based on the Ponstralia States of America. And then I'll take a flight trip to DC and experience what DC is all about, from Washington Monument to Lincoln Memorial to the other war memorials. My father served in the Vietnam War back in the late 60s and early 70s. So, a little tidbit about the Ponstralia States of America. There's the flag itself with the Ponstralian flag and the 21 stars that each make up the Ponsley States of America. And that's going to conclude this broadcast. And we'd like to acknowledge Google Earth for that map towards the start, Adobe Photoshop for the editing, Microsoft PowerPoint, 270towin.com for that map of the U.S., which states are in the Ponsley States of America versus the ones that have not, along with the electoral votes within each state, and also how the Electoral College works from Library of Congress or loc.gov. For other resources within this YouTube channel, you can search Clarence Ponsler Webcast Network here on YouTube, or you can go to my Twitter or Instagram at Clarence Ponsler. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in another YouTube video here on CPWN. Clarence Ponsler saying, have a great day or evening if it is nighttime. Goodbye.